everybody, Katie Cat Art here, and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be drawing Spider-Man, because I watched it yesterday, and I'm probably going to be uploading this video on Monday. But hey, I don't know, I had a different video planned for this week, that I was going to upload on Saturday, but then I drew this, and I thought, hey, why not use this for the video instead, because it's more fun than what I had planned, so hey, that's cool, right? So yeah, anyways, I saw Spider-Man again for the second time yesterday, which was a fun time. I went with my friend, and that was a lot of fun. It was the first time she saw it. I was the only person in our group that had already seen it, so I was anticipating the reveals and stuff, the fun parts, which is great. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, so that's cool. I wanted to do some sketches though, because I really like his outfit, the like homemade outfit thing. I don't know, it's like Spider-Man casual. I love it. It's so cute. It's probably the most easy thing that people can do for like costumes and stuff too, so that's fun. But anyway, so yeah, I'm sketching Spider-Man. It's the first time I've actually drawn a superhero. Even though I have watched and like enjoy superheroes, I just, you know, never really read a superhero comic before, but you know, what are you gonna do, right? But I did watch a lot of superhero stuff, including Teen Titans when I was younger, and I still gratefully enjoy them. I'm not sick of the movies yet. I know a lot of people are sick of the movies, especially Marvel, because, you know, there's so many of them, but I'm still excited. I still love it. I mean, I saw the second trailer for Thor Ragnarok, and I'm so excited for that movie, you guys. Okay, Thor was my favorite character until, like, of the Avengers, until the first Avengers movie came out, and then my favorite became the Hulk. But now I don't have to choose because they're in a movie together, and it's gonna be great, and I'm excited. I'm less excited for the DC stuff though, because the new Justice League trailer came out as well, and that looks like a mess. Like, I know I'm judging it too early, but DC does not have a good track record with multiple characters in a film. Like, it's all been bad, except for Wonder Woman, of course, but that had a different director, and also it was only Wonder Woman, and it wasn't like a hodgepodge of all the other characters, and it's just gonna be a mess. Like, they haven't introduced it yet. That's what made the first Avengers movie fine and good, was because you already knew these characters and you knew what they were about, so when you watched them all come together, you knew what their deal was. But now DC is like, screw that, let's just get straight to the point and put them all together, because that sells more money, tickets, and all that. So I'm like, alright DC, I'll watch it. I probably won't like it, but I'll watch it. But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, back to Spider-Man, I guess. So I watched the movie again for the second time, I already said that. It was a lot of fun. Watching it with my friend, I gotta say. We were definitely laughing, like, together at the parts and, you know, whispering quietly to each other, because it's a high school movie, which is really cool. By the way, Spider-Man in this, like, this Spider-Man is a year younger than me. Like, he's a sophomore, and I'm a junior. That's insane, can I just say? That really tripped me up when he was like, I'm 15. I was like, excuse me? Sweetheart, no! This is the first time, like, a teenage character, like, well, no, not the teenage character. It's the first time a superhero has been younger than me, and that's insane. I don't, it made me feel old. I was so shocked. But that's cool. So yeah, and can I just say the high school setting? Pretty great. I thought it was really funny. Of course, there was oh my god, the announcements, like the video announcements of the people, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty right. I mean, I think my school's announcements are better than that. I mean, they're not that awkward. I mean, I guess they're kind of that. The student anchors are kind of that awkward, but you know, it's funny. But yeah, I like my school announcements. I think they're better than those, but because we're not that bad. But yeah, still a lot of fun. It was really fun in the theater. Like, okay, so you know the part, for those of you who've seen the movie, when the girl's like, could my friends call me MJ? You know that, right, where when she said, my friends call me MJ, some kid behind me was like, Michael Jordan? And I was crying. I was laughing so hard at that. I couldn't pay attention for like the next 5 minutes. I was in tears when the kid said that. Alright, so anyway, that was great. And I gotta say, it's a lot of fun when you already know what's gonna happen, with people who haven't seen it, because you're just like, no, we have to wait for the second end screen. It's so, like, the second end credit scene, it's great, I love it. So yeah, there we were sitting there, and like, patience. But hey, if you haven't seen it yet, I won't spoil it, but it's really good. Honestly though, I had a more of a fun time with the movie itself the first time I watched it, because of course I didn't know what was gonna happen. So it made the stressful, like, sort of scenes that were going on with the whole boat or an elevator and stuff kind of more intense, because you don't know how he's gonna solve the problem, you know? So that's pretty cool. That was a lot more fun. And of course there was the big villain reveal, which was super rad as well. Way more way more good than the Wonder Woman villain reveal. That was kind of dorky, but you know, Wonder Woman's still a good movie. But hey, what are you gonna do, right? So yeah, back to the actual drawing, right? So basically these are just like sketches, they're doodles. I mean, I don't think I would put them in doodle status. They're just like colored sketches that are more kind of refined, but yeah, so I guess I could talk about my process for these things. So it's not my typical coloring process. My typical coloring process would be, you know, a proper line art, which this is not. This is basically like a refined sketch layer, which is fine, but you know. The brush I was using was the dense watercolor brush, which is kind of my favorite brush that Clip Studio Paint has. I used it pretty much for all of the drawing except for my first two sketch layers, which were just in the I don't know, the textured pencil, the rough pencil, I don't remember, but I like to sketch in that, but it's textured, so I didn't think it would be right to do the most refined sketch layer in that one. It's kind of, I don't know, I don't know, I wanted a smoother brush, but you know, I could have used the other pencils that are available in the program, but I was like, no, let's just use the watercolor brush. I don't know why, it just feels more natural to me, I guess. But yeah, that's cool. So after I did the whole sketchy stuff, I'm doing some adjustments with the whole head size. I don't know why, but I always draw heads way too big, I think. But then I mess around with the arm lengths and stuff. I don't know. Thank goodness for digital art that you can adjust this stuff, and it's a lot easier to adjust the sizes and everything, and like shrink stuff and all that good stuff with in Clip Studio Paint rather than Corel Painter, which is great. That's cool. But yeah, so anyway, I wanted to draw him petting a cat, which I did, so that's neat. It's a Maine Coon, I think. Yeah, well, it's a Maine Coon, but I kind of wanted it to be kind of like the cat that was in the movie, except I don't remember what the cat looks like, but I think it looked something like this. I remember it's like big and brown, and I'm pretty sure it was striped. I don't remember, but this is my best guess. I just assumed it was a Maine Coon because Maine Coons are big and fluffy, and that's super cute. So yeah, he's petting a cat that's like, I guess, on the top of a building or something. I don't know. He's also eating a sandwich because I don't know. He eats a sandwich in the movie too, which is neat. So yeah, that's cool. And after I get the refined sketch done, which is all neat, and then I go in with this, like, am I gonna do it yet? In like 2 seconds. I get a dark color, a purple, and then I start to I do the whole silhouette with the dark purple, you know, fill it all in with the purple. That's what I'm trying to say. I fill it in with the purple. Okay? And the reason why I'm using purple to do the silhouette is because I like to shade in purple, so this is kind of like my shadow layer, which sounds very ominous, but that's what I'm calling it. So it's a shadow layer, and then I lock the layer, and then start with the coloring, and yeah, I did the light arrows because I was getting when I was coloring the first one, I was getting confused as to where the light source was coming at, so I was like, just draw some arrows, so that worked. But yeah. This one, it has a different light source, because the first one I was trying to do it with, like, kind of being backlit, and it doesn't really look too good, but I tried my best. I've never really painted anything that's backlit before, so that's fun. So basically what I'm doing now, after I filled in the shadow layer with purple, I lock the layer, and then grab my dense watercolor brush, my favorite brush, and start coloring it with the color that it actually is, So I'll do like a light layer of, or just go over it lightly with the brush, so it's kind of the color, so I know what color it is. And then I'll just, like the harder you push down with the brush, the more color it is. So I'll just push down harder at the lighter areas and then lighten up lighten my pen pressure, I guess, when you get to the darker areas, so it kind of makes shadows, and it's pretty quick. I don't really know if I explained it properly, but that's what I did. So that's basically what I've been doing for these two things. It's kind of, I call it my lazy coloring, because honestly it's pretty lazy, but it works for colored sketches. So that's neat. And then we're getting to the cat, which was, I don't know, I had a lot of, kind of a lot of trouble doing the cat, because I felt like my style of drawing cats is a little bit too cartoony for my people, because like with the cat next to my style for a person, that they don't really mix, because, you know, when I draw cats, it's mostly for warrior cat junk, so, you know, it's pretty cartoony, because you need to make the cats have facial expressions, so you need to put more like of human-esque faces on the cat, so they're able to emote more, which is kind of weird when you have a human-y looking face on a cat that's like next to a human. It's weird. So yeah, anyways, that's what I did, and now I am going to start sketching after I resize it. I'm gonna start sketching some cute little chibi things, because I realized that I had a lot of space above and below the cat, so I was like, you know what, let's just draw some cartoons, because cartoons are fun. And I didn't end up coloring these, they're just like throwaway sketches, and I think they look cute though. And honestly, when I got to the point of these two little chibi things, I didn't need to look at the reference picture at all, because I already knew like what the outfit was. I don't know. So that's fun. Coming to the end of the video though, which is great for me, because I finally got some audio done, finally got a video out, even though it's a day late, but hey, that's cool. What are you gonna do, right? So anyways, I had a lot of fun drawing some fan art. It's been a while since I've drawn some fan art. Actually, I say that remembering the last time I drew fan art, but like, you know, it's been a long time since I've really sketched anything. I'm really getting into the crunch time for my art homework that I have to do for the beginning of the school year. I gotta get it done by then, so I got a lot of stuff to do, which I'm probably gonna be focusing on for the next 3 weeks. So I might not be having any fun videos. They might just be me working on commissions and stuff, because that's the thing that I do besides doing my homework, because I'm kind of busy right now. So hopefully when I get my homework done, then we'll be good and I'll be able to draw some more fun stuff. But for now, it's gonna be, you know, just some stuff for money. So yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching. Here's the finished picture. Thanks so much for watching. Cool. So yeah, anyway, goodbye.